I'm like, man, I can get into that. All right, man. We are back, guys, for another show of what? Now
Now
what's
what's
happening?
happening?
Now what's let me do some adjustments here. All right. Now what's happening? So guys, we want to talk about these prices.
Oh my goodness. Oh man. Don't get me
We want
started.
to talk about the prices at the pump.
Phew. Brutal.
That's what we want to talk about.
It's brutal.
We want to know why is everything so high. And
Why is it so high?
this time, man, I got some tape. I got some tape. So we gonna see how bad it is.
Well, come on then.
All right. Let's check it out.
Roll
Let's
the
check it out.
tape.
Roll the tape.
For Maria Meyer's family of 6 in Beaverton,
We have a new driver and another one soon to be driving.
rising gas prices are on the radar.
It's definitely starting to make me think twice about things.
Washington and Oregon have the third and fourth highest average gas prices in the nation, just under $4 a gallon.
Wow. Or the fourth highest?
Chase Lopez in Portland is feeling that increase.
Look at that.
Gas prices are going up with
459.
groceries, car parts, auto insurance, everything's going up.
459. Where you go?
I'm right here.
I mean, what happened? There you go. I'm like, what
It was the
happened?
gas prices. It made me just black out. It's just blacked out for the prices.
Man, what you think about that? I know you got something to say.
I tell you, I'm out here in Ohio, and I had been paying 225, 230, and I got used to it. I got
There
used
you
to that 225. Matter of fact, one week gas prices had jumped up to 245. I was upset at
240.
240. I'm upset. I'm talking about, oh man, they price gouging. Now when I go to the pump,
Okay.
it's $4 in
$4.
Ohio.
Just like that.
Oh my
$4.
goodness.
Oh, in the city. Here
Ugh.
in the city, 550.
This is, and see the problem is what I don't get,
550.
what I don't understand is we're at the point where we have the lowest unemployment in 70 years. Do you hear me? We're almost at 100%. Everybody working. We're almost 100% employed. This is the unemployment rate is like 3%, the lowest that it's been
Yeah.
since the Great Depression. I mean, come on now. It's usually, well, strangely enough, it's usually low when a war is going on, but it was already
Exactly.
low before this
Exactly.
war started. And so you got to figure if everybody's working, almost everybody's working, they're making money and they're putting money in the market, right? They're making money and they're spending money.
Yeah.
So you would think that there's a lot of money out there. So prices should be down. But no, it's the
Should be.
opposite.
Should be now.
It should be down, but it's the opposite. You know what I think it is though? I think that a lot of these businesses that have lost so much money from the pandemic,
Mm-hmm.
businesses closing, all these things, I think they see this as an opportunity to
Man.
regain some of that money that's been lost.
Well, they regained on me because they
Oof.
used to cost me $100 to fill up my truck.
Oh my goodness.
Now I pay $175.
Oh, that's so I can't even imagine that.
I'm just
That
like,
is just ridiculous.
see, this make you want to go get an electric vehicle. And guys, if you
Oh,
haven't
yes.
seen
Oh,
our show on the electric vehicle, that new F-150, hey, go check us out.
oh
Gotta
yeah.
get that plug
Yeah.
in there.
We need to do another show about that because every car manufacturer has come out with an electric vehicle, and some manufacturers like Toyota they've come out with 3 or 4 cars all at one time. So that's with these prices like this, I'm thinking about that kind of seriously now.
Hey man, hey, you think there's a whole nother show we need to do on price gouging on
Oh,
cars.
oh, you know,
They
gas
are
prices.
price gouging on cars now. A
I
new car is
you,
cheaper
you
than
and
a
I was
used.
talking about that. Yeah, we were talking about that before. And right after you mentioned that to me, I I saw a video
There you go.
about
See, it's all. See,
about a woman, she was going to get her a high-end vehicle. She was going to get the Mercedes G-Wagon. She had saved up her money, businesswoman, saved up her money. The G-Wagon was going to cost her 140,000.
yeah,
She
yeah,
finally
that's
made
about
up her
right.
mind to go get it.
That's
She
about
go
right.
to the dealership, looked at the G-Wagon, the price was 310,000.
Remember we had that conversation. Remember we had that conversation that there is a law, and Tesla found some way to get around this.
Mm,
That a car manufacturer cannot sell directly to you.
wow.
So when they say the MSRP is X, that's what the manufacturer said the suggested price was.
Right.
But
So really it's meaningless. It's
it's
just meaningless.
meaningless. It's
Right.
meaningless. They can
Right.
do whatever. Actually, they can do whatever up to the delivery of the car. As a matter of fact, I need to. We need to do a show on this because a guy bought the F-150 Lightning.
Yeah.
He put it in, got his financing together, 62,000. The
Great. That's
truck
great
came
number.
in. Great
Yeah.
number. The truck came in. Remember, 62,000.
I love that.
The dealership said in order for you to take delivery of the vehicle, it's another $20,000.
Oh man. So they
So
just robbing him. They robbed him
so
for 20
oh
grand.
yeah, and you know what they did? You know what Ford did? It's actually
What?
in the contract. Matter of fact, you cannot sell an F-150 Lightning for a year.
Mm.
No one Ford would not accept a trade-in for an F-150 Lightning
Why not?
for 1 year.
I don't get that.
Because people they was doing the eBay model. They were going to buy it.
And then try to turn right back around and sell it. Yeah, that's crazy.
Now we know who that is. I'm not
Yeah.
saying it. But
Yeah, that's crazy. But
yes.
let me get one of those boys. I won't sell it. Let me get
Yes.
one.
But this is like all around the country though now.
Yeah.
All around the country, they are charging you to take possession, even though you did your financing for one thing.
That's just
They're telling
robbery.
people you got to come up with $5, $10, $15, $20,000 more.
Hey,
Just
that's
like old
that's
girl. That's what
that's
happened.
that's insane. Well,
That's what
what
happened.
about
But
what about the food prices?
well, I got a video for that.
Oh my goodness.
Okay,
Food.
I'm roll the tape again. I'm gonna roll the tape.
Roll the tape.
This has gone way out of control.
At the South End Senior Center in Hartford, Connecticut, rising prices have seniors like 67-year-old Hyacinth Yenny feeling the burn.
You look at your electrical bill, you look at your gas bill, you look now, especially now, food bill. It's ridiculous.
I like hamburger.
Retired utility worker Mark DeMeo.
It's up $1 a pound, so I cut back.
In Kennerdale, Pennsylvania,
He
where
come
backwoods
eating
broadband is
hamburger.
intermittent,
I live in the country, so that's happened sometimes.
34-year-old Hannah Schall says she can't cut back on formula for her 9-month-old, but the
Right.
price,
It used to be, $35. Now we're paying $50. So that's $15 in 9 months. That's
Look at that.
crazy.
and in Greenville, South Carolina, Schultz's fellow millennial, nonprofit development manager Amanda Rice, got a rude awakening in December shopping for a used car.
So I didn't realize how expensive it was until I saw the 2021. I was like, hold on, that's around the same price that they're selling the 2015.
A car she needed for her side gig as a rideshare driver.
To tide myself over into that next paycheck because of what's
Crazy,
happening
crazy.
in our economy right now.
What's happening is inflation. In economics, more money bidding up fewer goods and services. And right now, COVID inflation. The government printing and doling out
COVID
more
inflation.
money to prevent
Yeah.
a pandemic
Yeah.
collapse. COVID clogged supply chains, providing fewer goods. Workers afraid to catch COVID staying home, providing fewer services.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow. Wow. Still COVID. Still COVID.
It's still COVID.
2 years away. 2 years. Yeah. Yeah.
2 years later, still COVID.
Still.
Now look at that.
Yeah.
She's
prices.
shooting deer. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I tell you one thing though. Here's a blessing.
Okay.
Here's
All
a
right.
blessing right here. I'm glad this is the end of the winter instead of the beginning.
You know,
Because
it
with
is a
those
blessing.
gas prices and oil, that could have been really messed up.
Brutal. That could have been real brutal.
Yeah. You know, that heating oil is through. I mean, the numbers, and again, employment extremely high. Everyone's working, but even with that, it's hard to save money. You know, you remember now, through the pandemic, people had to use a lot of their savings. They weren't working, different things. So they've depleted their savings.
Yes.
And now they're back to work, trying to save up, give them an emergency fund, trying to build that back up. And now prices are so high, it's taking that money. It's keeping a lot of people from saving.
It's funny. The economists and the banks are saying the opposite. They're saying you save too much money during COVID. And since you saved too much money, paid off some of your bills with that money, we're going to change the requirements of buying stuff.
Right.
You save too much money.
Well, you know, it's a class thing because there's different classes of people, and so far as you know, financially.
Yeah.
So the upper class, the middle class, and people just in poverty, and so it's a big difference. So some people did save money, but other people struggled to just make ends meet. So I think a lot of times the economists, because they're usually in the upper class, they're speaking about people who are just like them. They're not speaking for everyone. And so that's where there's a disconnect in what's really going on.
Wow. Well, I got another video.
Okay.
People are getting desperate.
I'm sure.
They're getting desperate.
What's happening is inflation. In economics, more money bidding up fewer goods and services. And right now, COVID inflation. The government printing and doling out more money to prevent a pandemic collapse. COVID clogged supply chains, providing fewer goods. Workers afraid to catch COVID staying home, providing fewer services. No surprise that prices have shot up, and no surprise that folks who live paycheck to paycheck, especially the old and young, are the hardest hit.
The cost of living, it's become more difficult to sustain myself.
In Riverside, California, Antonio Najarro said his 2 part-time jobs in retail and for the county were paying less than his pre-pandemic job as a state election worker.
So you've been blindsided by the increase in prices?
In hindsight, yes, thinking that I would still be able to get by or manage myself the same way in the past.
In that regard, Naharo, age 30, is a typical millennial.
They're used to stable prices really for their entire working career.
Economist Allie Wolf, herself a millennial.
Really, for the past 15 years, they've had roughly 2% inflation, and that's what they're used to. So costs go up a little bit, but their wages go up a little bit, and so their purchasing power has roughly been stable. And then the pandemic hit, and it really just turned the dynamics upside down.
Case in point, 38-year-old Alexandra Upton. She shares an apartment in Santa Fe, bikes to her job as a restaurant server, yet struggles mightily to make ends meet.
I'm angry. I'm very angry. But the fact of the matter is I'm still in this situation. So I just have to make do. Get a second job, pare down, eat one meal a day at the restaurant.
So you eat one meal a day
on
your
meal.
night shift at the restaurant, and that's it?
Yeah. And we have had pounds of rice and pasta, and we have some beans, you know.
But you can't afford the fruits and vegetables?
No, absolutely not right now. Nope. And I'm a vegetarian. These
Look
are
at that.
abstract
Isn't that
issues
crazy?
to me.
Some millennials have
that's
resorted
really
to
rough.
even more.
Look at look at this. He giving
Last
blood.
month, I was kind of in dire straits. I had to donate plasma twice a week to afford rent.
How much do they pay for plasma?
For
Look at that.
newcomers, you get a bonus anywhere between 100 to 150 per donation. But after the
bonus
first
for
month,
giving blood.
it will drop to $50 to $60 per donation.
We're pre-planners, so we stock up pretty well.
Even the most self-sufficient millennial we found was feeling the pinch.
Ammunition is super duper expensive right now. I hunt with a 30-30. The box of shells used to be maybe $20. They're $40 now.
What do you hunt?
Deer, bear, turkey in our backyard.
Wait a second, you don't kill bears in your backyard, do you?
You betcha.
And you eat the bear meat?
Yes. It's not my favorite, but if you skin it correctly, get all the fat off of it, it's not too bad.
What about deer?
It's absolutely delicious. We've actually shot deer out of our living room window.
You mean so you see a deer, you open the window and just shoot the deer?
Yep.
But it's now more expensive because ammunition
See.
has gone up in price.
See?
Welcome to the country.
Wow.
Even the reporter, he was stunned.
He was stunned.
About what she was saying, and but wow,
I'm in shock.
The ammunition, so it done jumped 50%. The numbers here are staggering, and I just don't hear the politicians making enough noise. You know, all we hearing about is Ukraine and Russia, which, you know, that's a serious issue there.
Yes, it is.
But we need to also focus on what's going on here, though. We need to deal with that, Russia and Ukraine. We definitely need to deal with that, but we need to deal with these prices and find out exactly what's going on. There needs to be an influx of money some kind of way. Businesses are doing
but you have
really good.
They did that already, though. See, all the money they gave away before, you know, during COVID, there's no more money to give away now.
Well, you know, businesses got the majority of the money. It wasn't like the people got the money. It wasn't like that. It was businesses. You know, so many billions of dollars was taken up by businesses that was meant for the people. So that was a whole nother. There was billions of dollars came up missing. This magic just came up missing.
I tell you, man, this is out of control. Now, I felt for all three. I felt for the young man that he got to give up blood just to pay his rent.
That's the one. Remember, he had 2 part-time jobs.
2 part-time jobs, and he still got to give up the blood
to pay his rent.
To pay his rent. Then you got old girl, which I was just like, okay, you riding your bike to work,
and it's in the snow. But hold on, did you notice that it was snow out there?
I know, yeah. She was riding her bike in the snow to work, eating rice and beans because she can't afford any vegetables, but she a vegetarian.
And
That
listen,
I
you
mean,
heard what she said. She was angry, and I'm angry for her.
yeah, okay.
I'm angry for her because
I mean, that's serious. That's serious. And then you have old girl, the young millennial. Okay, she's like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go old school. I'm gonna go caveman style.
yeah,
She's shooting deers out of the window.
I get it.
Frying them up in a pan.
Listen.
Because you can't go to the store and buy some hamburger meat. I know. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to over dramatize it.
Oh no!
Literally.
Oh no! Actually, she put something on my mind because just like at her house, it's the same way at my house. Deer just walking down the street. Deer, fox, raccoons, possums, turtles, all that stuff walk right by my house all the time. Now, I never thought, you know, it hasn't got that bad. but you let these prices keep going.
Man, I do not know. I mean, it is out of control. That again, you can't even go to McDonald's to feed your family. In fact, it's to the point that I went to go to McDonald's to get something for me and Jackson. Mm-hmm. It cost $20.
Oh yeah. Oh,
so then I went to the store, bought a carton of eggs, some sausage, bacon. That was $20. And you know what? I cooked breakfast all week. That one time cost me $20.
I went to Aldi's. Okay, I went to Aldi's, and because I need to get some vegetables, I went and got some vegetables. Just green beans, some broccoli, some cauliflower, just the usual stuff. I got some lettuce, odds and ends, maybe a loaf of bread. $100. $100. Do you hear me? 100. This is at Aldi's. This is at Aldi's.
Aldi's.
This is at Aldi's.
Oh yeah.
I spent $100.
Oh, that trust me. I yes. And don't buy no fruit.
I had some fruit. I had some apples, bananas, oranges. It was extremely expensive.
You know that little carton they give you? It's not even a quart of some watermelon.
Yeah.
$15. I said.
I mean, it
I
has.
said we're gonna eat every piece.
Yeah, and I know people watching this. I know they're watching this episode, and I just know they're just shaking their heads.
Yes.
Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and throw some clothes in there with it because the price.
Oh boy.
So I need.
Okay. You know what? Let's go there. Let's go there with this clothes thing. Go ahead.
I needed some socks. You know, nothing special.
Yep.
Some ankle high socks. They got a 6-pack. 6-pack ankle high socks. They were some Armor All though, real nice. No fancy design on it. It's got the Armor All label. 6-pack ankle high.
Yep.
$30.
Yes.
But what? $30.
Yes.
$30?
$30
for 6 pair of socks, ankle high.
Yes, I'm telling you. Yes, I actually went to go buy some jogging pants. So I said, okay, I like Under Armour, so I'm gonna go with what I like. It didn't make no difference. Under Armour, Nike, okay, I went to the point, I got the champs. Now, you know, champion, you know, you okay?
Yeah.
Under Armour was $60 to $90 for one pair of sweatpants. Nike, $60 to $90. Wasn't none no 40. It wasn't no clearance. Even the clearance was $50. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go down to Champion. I'm okay. $50.
It's you know, there's no rhyme or reason.
I said, that's for a pair of sweatpants? Then the sweatshirt was another $50 to $60.
There's no
now,
rhyme or reason.
I remember, and I know you remember, back in the day, you can go get a whole jogging suit.
The whole suit. Go get a thick sweatshirt. The whole thing. Yes.
$50, $60.
Yes.
And now I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get some sweatpants stuff. So I'm up here putting it, you know, I'm online at Under Armour. I looked up, they said $900. I said, for what? What's $900? I had three sweatpants, 3 sweatshirts, and 2 regular shirts, $900.
Listen.
So I said, ooh, I get a military discount. I put my veteran on it. My veteran discount still came up to $750.
I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yes,
you know,
you're right.
Thing.
Clothes are out of this world.
So that's everything. I mean, well, we might as well add the last thing, which is housing. The cost of housing. You know, I'm fortunate to have a home, but I'm looking at the numbers on so many of the renters out there, people who are renting. These numbers are going just unbelievable.
Staggering.
And I don't think they're talking enough about the people who are being put out of their homes. They're renting and they can't afford it.
These numbers, I know a young couple, they're paying $3,500 in rent.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, when they told me that, I said, so why don't you buy a house? But because they changed the credit requirements over COVID, you know, they changed a lot of stuff. They changed a lot of the income. You know, first they changed and I know you remember there was a time the entry point to get a house, if you got at least a 550, you can get a house
on your credit score,
on your credit score. Now I know there's the 850 club and all this other stuff, but back in the day, you got a 550, you can at least still get a FHA loan for a house.
Correct.
3% down.
3%.
Then they changed it. Remember to 580. So remember the 550.
Right.
The 580. Okay. Then they went to 600.
Mm-hmm.
Then they crept up to 620. Now the minimum is 640 to 660.
Yeah.
Now, I know people are like, well, why is he saying that? I said because there are people in certain demographic groups, especially the African American community, who, you know, again, we were taught financial literacy. We're just learning. We don't get that until we like 35. Oh, this what credit is.
Right.
You know, and so, you have a lot of people, they were young, they messed up their credit, not understanding
Not understanding.
you
That is
need
correct.
credit in this world. You need credit more than you need a job. That's how
Yeah.
crazy it is.
Yeah.
Right?
It really is.
It is. It is. You
It is.
need credit. You can have good credit and live great without a job.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how everything is set up. But since we don't, you got people who can't even afford, they're working, they got good jobs, they made some mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And just when they thought they were able to get there, they changed the requirement to 660. And they changed the whole credit thing. Remember the high score was a 750 at one time.
Right.
Then they had the 800 club. Excuse me, guys. They went to the 800. Now the highest score you can get is an 850.
Yeah. 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 And it's still even the 650, 640 is still under the discretion of the landlord and all. There's a lot of other factors that come into play because they really want 700. They really want 700, 740.
So we're a landlord now. Now the thing is, if you ain't at least a 620, I need 3 months rent down.
Yes.
So which again, no, I don't get this. If you can pay 3 months rent down, all right, and if the rent is $2,500, that's $7,500. Then you have to pay first month rent. Thank you.
Yeah.
You just
you can put that on the house.
But you can't because you don't have, your credit is not there yet. So now you're stuck in a rental situation.
That is correct. That is correct. And the price of homes have really went through the roof. So it's a seller's market on the homes. And so they have almost doubled in price. So I think we've touched every base. I think we think about it. Heating, clothes, food, housing, gas.
You know what? You know what? You know what? The one thing that actually hasn't went up.
What's that?
Your cell phone bills. Think about it, right? That's like the only thing that's.
Listen, don't remind them. Don't remind you saw what Netflix did, right?
Yes. Everyone's doing it. Everybody's doing it.
Listen, Netflix said, no, we're not gonna go up $1. We're not gonna go up $2. We're gonna double our prices. We're going to see you now. You done fell out. now you done passed out because of Netflix. Done doubled their prices. They done went from $9 to $19.95. Well, I mean, come on now.
Oh man. I tell you,
people are just piling on. They're piling on,
and again, hey, this is wow. I thought I saw it all.
I tell you, but we need to end on a positive note. I got some positive.
What you got?
I got some positive notes. A lot of this stems from the pandemic.
Yes.
And the positive thing is we made it through. We all need to get us a T-shirt. I survived the pandemic.
I survived the pandemic.
So, and you know what happened with all of that? People lost jobs, quit jobs, walked away from jobs. Entrepreneurism is more popular now than ever in history. There are more new businesses. There's more people that are following their dreams now than in the last 50, 60 years. It woke a lot of people up. And so people, even though people are struggling, they have a new focus now. And then there's a lot of people who now have the opportunity to work from anywhere in the world now. So now they're working from home or wherever they are. You're able to take a vacation now and still work. And so things have changed, and there's a lot of positive out there. And I'm one of those guys. I'm a glass half full, not half empty. So I'm not going to focus on all the negative stuff. But the positive is we're still here. And long as we're still here, we have an opportunity to make a difference, and we have an opportunity to make it better. And we need to continue to talk to our politicians and let them know how we're struggling and how we need to make it better. And election time is coming up soon, and we need to speak with a loud voice to our elected officials, letting them know that this is unacceptable and that something needs to be done about it. And so we still have the power, even though we might not have the money, we still have the power of our vote. And so we can get out and we can speak loudly on election day, and let's make some changes.
Get out to vote.
Get out to vote.
Get out to vote. Hey guys, we appreciate it. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button.
Like and subscribe. Come on.
You to like and subscribe. That's what we need.
That's what
All
we need.
right.
That's what
All
we
right.
need.
And tell us what you want to talk about. We want to
Come
know.
on now. Let's talk. This is a two-way conversation, not a one-way. Let us know what you want to talk about. We enjoy hearing from you guys. It lets us know that we have our finger on the pulse of the nation, and
Yes.
we're just average people, just like you, going through the same thing. So let's talk about it.
So let's talk about it again, guys. Thanks for coming out to what? Now
what's happening?